Hello everybody and welcome to a new week with Mango stream or Mango video if you're watching me on YouTube. The deck I'm starting with today is Grixis Shadow. Once again I have a league to finish. We are currently 2-0 just like last week, and I'll go through 3 matches with this deck, which I do believe to be the strongest deck in Modern, despite my love for Izzet Murktide and my playing a deck different time every day. I do believe that the combination of Lurrus of the Dream Den with a powerful red shell of Ragavan, Dragon's Ray Channeler, Expressive Iteration, and then Death Shadow to just top it all up is the best thing to do in the format. The list I'm playing is Grixis Shadow, very similar to the one that Javier Dominguez won the Spanish Nationals. At this point, I don't know how long was it, maybe weeks, month, I don't know, time, those already passed. He got 4 Bolt. I think that Bolt is great, much better than Unholy Heat or Push or any other removes, but you might want to play. 3 Drawn at the Loch, 1 Spell Pierce. Funnily enough, this list, this exact 75, won the Saturday Challenge. I've made a video with this deck last week on Monday, and I'm going to be posting, I guess is when I post this video on YouTube, I will already have posted a video that I recorded yesterday on how to play the mirror match. One of the matches on this league that I played was a mirror match indeed. This one against Delta was a mirror match, and it was really cool. So I decided to make a video out of it. So yeah, you can check that out. It's basically tells you when to attack with that shadow, when not to attack with that shadow in the mirror match, which is definitely super interesting. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me from the very first round. Let's go. Lurrus of the Dream Den on the draw. Hand's great. Basically, one of the weakness of Modern is its fetch lands. The fetch lands make so that, the shock land makes so that you have a disadvantage over the decks that do not run the shock lands. Although this deck turns it into their favor because of that shadow. So that's another thing why this deck is really good. It turns one of the biggest downside of Modern, which was the shock lands versus decks that don't play shock lands, let's say, I don't know, Affinity, Belcher. I guess Belcher is not a great example. Hammer Time, maybe. Opponent does not have a companion. Amulet of Vigor, okay. Alright, this matchup is going to be interesting. Excited to play against Amulet of Vigor. Wondering if I should go Thoughtseize or Channeler. Think I'm gonna go Channeler here. I want to give them more odds of drawing Titan. Waiting one more turn for them to draw Titan. Okay, Castle Garenbrig. See, like, nothing really changed. You know? So, that's something worth noting. Alright, so I can damage myself for 5, so I can't play the Shadow, but I have to shock here. So I'm gonna shock, get, I think, Watery Grave, and play Thoughtseize. I see a Kroxa in the graveyard. Arbora Grazer Explorer. Wow, they chose not to play Explorer. They chose not to play Explorer, interesting. I guess I'm taking it. So they don't have access to a Titan now. But they have a lot of Urza Saga, which, this one they won't be able to fully activate, but the other one maybe. So I do have Delirium if I cast Bolt, but I don't really want to at the moment since the Shadow will be large next turn. So for now it's just a 1-1, but it'll attack big. Both of these will attack big next turn. So now the Urza Saga dies. Basically, my opponent, I think rightfully so, kept a hand. I mean, I'm not sure about the Titan deck, but you do keep the couple Amulets of Vigor plus Simigor Chamber, because if you draw a Titan, you kind of win the game. Alright, they drew Saga. So they... Oh, no, they can't make a token, never mind. Oh yeah, no, yeah, they can't make a token. Amulet of Vigor with Boseiju is now much stronger than before. It won the PTQ on Sunday in the hands of Punted and Wine, one of the, I think, most winning player on Magic Online with Amulet of Vigor. I remember having actually a disagreement with Gabriel Nassif on his podcast that he said that Amulet would lose a lot with Boseiju, and I think it would earn a lot with Boseiju. Okay, so they play Grazer, but they do not play an additional land. That is very strange to me. That is very strange to me. Now, what can I do? I know my opponent's hand. I know that if they draw the thing, they kill me. And I also know that I can't beat that thing at the moment. So, I'm just going iteration here. I'm still not delirious with it, but I can just go land Bolt if I want to. I see another Kroxa. Sure. I don't want it. And basically, this is a classic game against Titan in which they're just missing a tool. They're just missing a piece. Okay. Huh. Unholy Heat is not the worst to have in hand, I think. Because next turn, like, Unholy Heating the Titan might buy me some time. I think I'm just bolting this Grazer. It's 4 damage guaranteed, and it gets me Delirium for the Unholy Heat next turn. Nice, I'd like a draw in the Loch. Although my opponent only has 3 cards in their graveyard, it's still like a good card to have access to. Because it can counter a Pact, for example. Or it can counter okay, so they play Simigro Chamber. If they draw a Titan now I lose, but if I couldn't keep up Unholy Heat, I wasn't delirious. It looks like they did draw the Titan. Oh no, they drew Cultivator Colossus. Okay. See how that does go. I'll see how that goes. Okay, looks like they stopped. Cool. And they already made a land drop too, so... They have now to return 2 lands from hand, but they also have a lot of mana. They have, in fact, 8 mana. So, if they drew 2 cards, so in the 2 cards they drew, there was, you know, anything. Again, I lose the game. If it was any Titan or Pact of Summoner's Pact. And that's fine. They had 1 window to draw it. I guess if they drew this, the Drawing Lock wouldn't have done anything. I think Unholy Heat does something, of course, but... it doesn't really stop the ability for this card to go off. Okay. Alright, they play Explore. And they've already made a land, remember. So they have to make another land now because of Explore. And they have Simigor Chamber, so that's 2 mana. Okay, 1 is Dryad. So they can make now another land. Good morning, everybody. Just kind of waiting for them to play Titan and then I'll concede. Wow. Turn Timber Symbiosis. You don't see this land very often. Alright, I did find the Titan and I'm just gonna leave. Let's see what land do they put in. It's most likely the Hamvir Battlement and Valakut, the Molten Pinnacle. Alright. So they give it haste and I lose. Okay. I think they had 1 window, they got it, and that's fine. You lose these games. Okay, let's bring in Terminate. Let's bring in Spellpierce Dress Down, Alpine Moon, Kolaghan's Command. So that's 7 cards. Let's take out these lower threats like Kroxa's. Taking out all the bolts. I might have Fatal Push. I like to take out 1 Ragavan because they have 4 Grazer. Not saying that because I'm putting as Grazer I take out Ragavan, but basically like if you play Ragavan and they play Grazer and you boarded out Bolt, it's pretty bad, I think. I might also consider Fatal Push. Thank you, Kiori58. How's it going, my friend? Good morning, Carlos. Yeah, Carlos is supporting the cutting Ragavan. Yeah, so Ragavan isn't amazing against Young Wolf, Arbor Grazer, and Memnite. Those are the 3 cards that Ragavan suffer the most. And I guess Brandon 6 on the draw. I think I can have like 1 push, but I don't necessarily know what to cut. Maybe it's just Expressive Iteration. Not sure. Maybe this was a mistake. Let's go with this. Alright, let's go on the play. I'll reveal the companion. Okay. And Alpine Moon is kind of weird. Obviously, it's amazing against Urza Saga, but if they don't play Urza Saga, I don't necessarily know what to name. So I don't have to just go off on turn 1 with this. Okay, let's play a Thoughtseize. Or, I guess Inquisition is better. I just have to take the Amulet if they have it. Alright, they have Amulet. Arzurishkev with the 20th month. Thank you so much, my friend. Welcome. For the 20th month. Appreciate it. One of your teammates won the SEG? Cool. With what? Hammer? Okay, let's go. Fetch land. I'm gonna get Watery Grave. I'll play Channeler. I'll play Thoughtseize. I can't get Delirium, but that's fine. Terminate. I think I'll leave it on top. Yep. Alright, they have 2 Explore. I'm gonna take the Pact. Leave them with the Explorers. Obviously, it's not bad, but Pact is like a Titan, so. Clue, clue, clue. Look at these. Okay, so they went to Explore, did the thing, and they pass. Cool. I draw Terminate, which isn't amazing. I don't really have a play, I think. I mean, I could go Alpine Moon here. It's not a bad idea. But I think it's too juicy to just return Lurrus at this point. I know that Alpine Moon is great, but that's just a poor use of my mana. I love to just be more mana efficient than this. Okay, they go Explore. If you're interested in watching my opponent's deck, I do have a video with it, just like with every deck, on my modern playlist, YouTube channel. It's called Amulet Titan. Okay, so they have 4 cards in it, one of which is a Boseiju. And once again, the Alpine Moon now does nothing, because they have double a bounce land. So I find myself in quite a tricky spot, I would say. I think I still have to go Alpine Moon. Mostly because if I cast Alpine Moon, I can't really name Urza Saga because I don't have it. I could name Castle Garenbrig, but I still have 6 mana to play Boseiju next turn. So it is really a tricky spot. If I name a Semi-Grow Chamber, they just use the Girl Turf to bounce it. So, you know. I think I want to play Alpine Moon. I could also... Yeah, I think I have to play Alpine Moon Death Shadow. That's my turn. I guess I named Castle Garenbrig. Ah, it's bad. It's really bad. It's a really bad situation to find myself in, honestly. Alright, yeah, let's go Alpine Moon. Also, mostly doing this for the Surveil. I'm kind of naming a random card, honestly. They even have Boseiju, which, of course, they're not going to... Boseiju Alpine Moon, but... Alright, I am naming the Semi-Grow Chamber. It does really nothing, though. But, yeah, I guess. And then I play the Dash Shadow as a 5/5. Attack for 1. This Channeler hasn't really wish it was a Ragavan this game. I don't know their hand outside of Boseiju, no. If I would be highlighting it here. I always make sure to be careful with that. I still have Terminate up, but I could have kept this and named Urza Saga if they go like Titan double Urza Saga, or just name Urza Saga with this, but then like this way this only adds 1 mana. They still can play Titan, of course, but okay. So they go for Titan, and I will let them get the land, I think. I was kind of also hoping to surveil a permanent in the graveyard for Lurrus. It just happened that both games, I don't know. My clock, I guess, was too slow. Alright, so that's Primeval Titan. Came off the top. Yeah, the trigger works. And now if they get double Urza Saga, it's not gonna be that easy. I could have named Urza Saga, but then they would have had 1 extra mana. I don't know. I feel like maybe it was actually right to name Urza Saga. Here. Point is still on 18 because, yeah, their deck does not take damage from their lands, unlike mine. They take Bojuka Bog, Tolaria West. Interesting. Alright, I'll let them bog me. They have already played a land. And then I'll play Terminate on the Primeval Titan. Surveil 1. Land 8, 9, yeah, in the graveyard. I know that it pumps the Shadow for 3, but I hope to draw a better card than a Lava Spike. Play Lurrus and attack for 9. Now my hope is that they don't have a bounce land. Because Semi-Grow Chamber is countered. So Vesuva and Groot Turf are their bounce land to get access to Pact. Alright, they go Summoner's Pact. And they go Dread of the Elysian Grove. Interesting. Maybe they looked from hand. They do. Alright, I guess they kill my... Oh, I'm a 5 life? Alright, I'm dead then. Actually, I'm not dead yet. Oh yes, I'm dead. Because they have 3 additional land this turn. Alright, good game, opponent. Yep. Not really much else to say about this game. We did our best. We discard their hand and applied some pressure, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's over. Counterspell are much better than discard spell against combo. And this kind of explained it. Because sometimes you discard their hand and they don't have much, but when they draw the threats, you have already used your interaction. So having drawn in the Loch over a counterspell, and like not having Archmage Charm, Force of Negation, and etc. is obviously a huge downside in the matchup. Plus Blood Moon, of course, is much superior to Alpine Moon in this matchup. Just imagine if I had a Blood Moon, obviously like not in this deck, because this deck doesn't have duels. I'm comparing to Izzet Murktide. But imagine if I had Blood Moon instead of Alpine Moon, and I was playing like basic Island. And that would have been a huge difference. I didn't have green mana to play Boseiju, to activate Boseiju. So, you know, a lot of different things matter. And of course, Grixis Shadow is much better against certain decks than Izzet Murktide. For example, against Hammer, Grixis Shadow is much better than Izzet, but it's much worse against other decks. Like Amulet Titan, for example, which again did win the tournament on Sunday, and it's definitely a deck that gained a lot with Boseiju. Alright. So both of us play Lurrus, and I tend to keep. I'm not saying that this end is amazing or anything, but I don't know. I hate mulliganing. Dress down came in. It did came in, yes. Okay, so I see a land on top. This means no Ragavan. Keeping up Spell Pierce for like a Thoughtseize or anything, but mostly just drawing the second land and be fine with it. Okay, Blood Crypt. Let me update the record. MTG bot's still not working. Our opponent goes with Channeler, and I'm gonna kill it. Bauble. I'll just respond by killing the Channeler in case they have a second Bauble. I will deny the Surveil effect. Yep. Yep, the Bosage is definitely one of the most impactful cards of the new set. I bought my 1 copy at the pre-release for the cube. Waiting on a foil one. Alright, let's go. I draw a Channeler, that's good. In the mirror match, so normally if you see my content, you know that I dislike to dash Ragavan. But in the mirror match, it's different. In the mirror match, dashing Ragavan is huge because there's a very, very high concentration of cheap cards, whether they are like Discard Spell and so on and so forth. So just getting your chances of getting a 2-for-1 here, it's really important. Wow, Exalter is a Saga, so I'm not the mirror match. This is Jan Sagavan. Still, they have like Discard Spell and so on, so. I guess since they play that deck, it's likely that they play Wrenn and 6. So I instead decide to pass the turn and only play Channeler when I'm Delirium. Tarmogoyf 4/5. Ooh, this is very large. Let's see what I draw, but I'm most likely going to Expressive Iteration here. Having Bolt instead of Push and Unholy Heat is obviously bad against Tarmogoyf. I'll go Iteration. Sorry. Since I'm looking for a land here. Nice, and I find it. Hand by some exile. I keep this treasure and this spell pierce up. Play Thoughtseize. We'll see their hand first. This is a 5/6. Whoa. That's a hand of removals. Heavy hand of removals here. Whatever I take will get them to Delirium. It's probably going to be the Abrupt Decay though. Because it's uncounterable. It is the most expensive card of the hand, though. Yeah, this Tarmogoyf can definitely go side by side. I am Delirious here, but they are also. So if I play Channeler, they just Unholy Heat it. Yeah, I'm just keeping up Spell Pierce in case I draw Wrenn and 6. That's a 5/6 coming in. I'm still missing an Unholy Heat. I only played 2 and drew 1, so not that many answers to the Tarmogoyf now. Although, pretty big deal, my opponent attacked me. Thank you for the raid, Solitary. Opponent attacked me, so now the Shadow is a 7/7, so that's dodging 1 heat. That's huge. They know about my Ragavan, so I'm probably not dashing it. That is huge. Do I mind going Shadow here? Okay, I have a couple of plays. Because if I fetch, I got a 3, the Shadow becomes an 8/8. Becomes a 10/10, so it dodges heat plus Pyrite Spellbomb. It doesn't dodge double heat though. So I have certain plays available. One of which is to dash Ragavan and then shock down a 3 so that they can't double heat anymore because they're using the heat on Ragavan. So I like this play. Yeah, attacking me was very risky here. So I'm basically using this 2 mana Ragavan for a discard target Unholy Heat. It's very important that I discarded Abrupt Decay there, because Unholy Heat isn't able to kill a Death Shadow at the moment. So if I fetch, the Death Shadow is an 8, it still dies to this 2 burn spell. But if I go down to 3, it doesn't. Of course, then I die to Lightning Bolt phase, but that's a life I can live. I can't risk dying to a Lightning Bolt. I want to beat what they have in hand, not what they have on top of the deck. So this is a 10/10 now. It doesn't die to their burns anymore. And I pass. Super close game, as often the games with Death Shadow happen to be. They usually play 4 bolts, maybe, but again, they're more likely to draw land than a bolt. And if they draw land, they can kill my Shadow, if it's an 8/8. Okay, they Unholy Heat the Channeler, and they play Bomb. Also, of course, Fatal Push is very good. Alright, Nihil Spellbomb, sure. I'm happy to attack here. Okay, actually I'm dashing Ragavan first. Because if they block Ragavan, they die to my Bolt. If they block Shadow, they take the Ragavan hit. Alright. You gotta take some risks, of course. I think the key point in this game was when my opponent attacked me with Tarmogoyf, letting me play a huge Shadow around their Unholy Heat. Again, if you watch the video that I recorded about how to play the mirror match, the main lesson was to basically never attack unless the attack is lethal against Shadow. That's a very important lesson on how to play against Shadow. Now, playing against John the Sagavan, I'm going to bring in these cards. Of course, the Fatal Push as well. Dress down really good against them because it hits both the Construct and the Tarmogoyf. I dislike drawing the Loch. This is mostly a card I dislike in general, and especially dislike it against a deck with multiple Nihil Spellbomb against me. I like to trim on Kroxa. I don't mind to keep one Spell Pierce. It's very, very situational, but having an answer to a Rhine and 6 on turn 2, nah, actually it's not great. I changed my mind. I want to keep all the Ragavan and Channelers. Yeah, I think I'm cutting both Kroxas. Kroxas is a card that's very much for main deck, in my opinion. It's really good against control, but it's really bad mostly every game post Sideboard. Who has the edge between Blue-Red Murkshide and the Shadow? You mean in the mirror match? I think they're similar. I don't know. I haven't found... I mean, Blood Moon maybe gives you a little bit ahead, but like not that big of a deal. Because sometimes Blood Moon is like useless. It depends. I think it's a 50-50 matchup. Alright, my hands... I don't know. Depends how many threats they have. It really depends on how my opponent hand lines up in this game. Because if they have, like, I don't know, a Rhine and 6, no creatures hand, then this end is bad. But thankfully, they look like they have a monkey, so... And now I pass using Bolt in their begin combat. Because they could dash a Ragavan. There's matchups and decks in which I don't care if they dash Ragavan, because I don't have that many 1-drop, so I don't care if they spend 2 mana to get a treasure on turn 2, but in this matchup, I do have a lot of 1-drop. Archmage Charm is important. Well, if you play Archmage Charm, you don't have Blood Moon, and I personally prefer Blood Moon in the matchup. But again, it's just... Alright, they have their Planeswalker, very strong. Okay, I have a Channeler, which it's not Lurrus yet. I could use Channeler as a bait to kill Ren. It's really bad though, if it doesn't work. Because I could go Shockland Channeler with Steam Vents, leave up Bolt. They -1 on Channeler, and I play Bolt here. And I might even get it with Delirium out of a blue. I think I'm gonna risk it. Again, it's a pretty risky play, but I think I like it. If it doesn't work, and if I don't find a sorcery or a creature on top of my deck, it's gonna be not a good play. But if it works, it's gonna be a good play. And I think I'm very far behind. They played a turn 2 Ren and 6 on the play, so I need to push the game a little bit, take some risks. Let's see what I surveil. It's a sorcery, perfect. So now this is a 3/3 and doesn't die to Vren, except their Vren dies to my Bolt. And sometimes in Magic you just have to risk it. And there isn't really a rule in where you have to... Okay, they have Nihil Spellbomb, so they kill my channel regardless. I'm still happy with the exchange. And I have Dress Down for their Urza Saga. Let's see what else they have here. They don't have a Discard spell, that's good. I was considering if to play Expressive Iteration. But I don't really have a good land to follow up my Iteration with. I don't really like to play Iteration if I don't have a good land to follow up. Because it's often that you just get 3 cards, and there's not even a target for a removal spell. I think this is a chill turn, and I just return Lurrus. Saga goes to 2. They still have a fetch land in hand. Alright. Now I want to play Iteration, looking for a land. I find it very good. I'm gonna put Thoughtseize in hand. Thoughtseize is always a live draw in the mirror match because of Lurrus. I play land and I pass with my Dress Down up. Dress Down cleans the constructs. You don't have to assume that Iteration always gets you the land. Oh, you mean this turn? You wanted to play the Shadow? Yeah, you could. Dr. Goldhead! How's it going, Doctor? How's it going? Hope all good over there. I'm going to take a black land here. Do I want to let them do the thing? Yeah. Thank you so much, Doctor, for the 20th month. Lots of 20th month today. Appreciate you. Alright, so they get Pyrite Spellbomb. You go to combat, and I clean their constructs. And this is the reason why we have Dress Down, and the reason why Urza Saga is the balanced card in Modern. Because there's answers, and the exchange here was very nice. Okay, my hand is super large here. So many cards at the moment. Okay, I have also a land, so that's good. I don't want to play a Thoughtseize, although they have so many cards. You've wrapped a Frantic Weekend? Yeah. How many Pearlies have you played? Okay, well, I feel like I don't really need to play Lurrus, because what happens if I play Lurrus is they just crack their bomb, and my Lurrus doesn't do much, and I don't like it because it dies. So what I do instead is probably just, yeah, plain Iteration. Remember, I don't have that many blue cards in my deck. I do still have it. Yeah, Spell Pierce does nothing. Okay, fine, I just play Iteration here. Play my land. Now I can make my Shadow be pretty small. Because I can take up to 5 damage down to 7. It still dies to the... I think I'm gonna go Thoughtseize, actually. Terminate 3 lands is their hand, huh? Okay, then. I'll play a 3/3 Shadow and pass. You played 3? Nice. I played only one. Because yeah, I stayed home this weekend. Okay. I feel like I wanna just not shock myself at this point. I don't have high expectation for this Shadow. I expect it to die. Ooh, Alpine Moon. That's big. It's very big. Let me attack with Shadow first. Let's see what they do. They take it. That's 7 damage coming through, so my opponent's dead next turn. I think I want to play Alpine Moon here for sure. You definitely bolt yourself with this deck very often. If you have 2 Shadow in play, bolting yourself is oftentimes lethal. I'll name Urza Saga. Then I will play a Lurrus. And my opponent will likely respond with a Kraken of the Nihil Spellbomb. So many options in sealed? Okay. I didn't have that many options in my pre-release, I think. And then I pass. They probably are killing my Lurrus with Pyrite Spellbomb. End of turn. Have I ever named Alpine Moon with Alpine Moon? Not yet. Only Pithing Needle with Pithing Needle. And this play was foresaw, but I just had to play it to play around their Discard spell. Now my opponent has 2 cards they knew about and 3 mystery card. If they have it, Abrupt Decay or Terminate, it's really bad. If not, I think I can find lethal next turn. Oh, explosives for 1. Ay. The thing is that if I wait with this Lurrus, it only gets worse, I think. I have to... Oh, wow, they don't attack. Okay. I think I want to attack because they are cracking the explosives, and then I take their Lurrus as well. If they want to chump block, I'm fine. So I take their explosives this way with my bomb. And that's, you know, definitely relevant since they have Lurrus, they have Tarmogoyf, they have Delirium. But mostly it's Lurrus. Ay, so many lands. I think I officially ran out of lands, so this Bloodstained Mire doesn't actually get any land here. Which is really bad. I feel like I was very, very far ahead this game. We just, you know, drew all the lands. I did get a land at some point from Iteration, but I think I needed it, actually. Ooh, there's a Saga. Ay. You always felt like there was 3 good decks in your pool? Cool. Good morning, V. Yeah, I think I have to bolt this construct, or maybe just let it 1 damage through. I don't know. It's always tough, because, like, this construct is getting large next turn, at least a 2/2. Oh, wow, they keep not attacking to play around Ragavan. Okay. Dress down. Okay. I feel like I want to wait. Yeah, I'll keep this Bloodstained Mire in hand. There's no merit in playing it. This is like, I don't have a counter to Kolaghan's command, make me discard a card. The game isn't over yet. I'll take the damage that attack me for 2, I think. Oh, wow, a 4/3 Saga. Jeez. Va bene. And they didn't even return any with the... I'm taking 1 here. I want to get at least more tokens with this Dress Down. Tarmogoyf. Okay, good. Dress Down also kills Tarmogoyf because it turns it into a 0/1. Thoughtseize. I could go to 3. I don't want to go to 3. They have Lurrus still in the companion zone. So when they get it, I will. So they make a construct. I'll let them do the thing. Get the last construct, and then I dress down, kill everything. But they have another saga to make 2 more constructs. Okay, they got Lantern, Solga Lantern, va bene. And exile Lurrus, yeah, reasonable. Although I still have Kolaghan's Command in my deck. There's still 4 cards in it, but two of them are lands. It's funny, because when I Thoughtseize them, they didn't have anything. They just have 3 lands Terminate, I took the Terminate, and then I proceeded to draw, I don't know, the explosives into the sagas into you lose Mengu. Okay. Alright, I'll play Dress Down, draw a card. Mishra's Bauble. The Tarmogoyf is a 0/1, so I can't bolt it. Draw. Un'altra terra, puttana Eva. Alright, let's bubble myself. Ragavan. What does Ragavan do? I don't know. Maybe there's a world in which it's relevant. Opponent's gonna make 1 construct here, but I can bolt it. I think I was able to beat 3 sagas. The 4th one was just too strong. Okay, they go Bauble. And unlike other decks, that deck really does not run out of Saga's targets because of the Mishra's Bauble. Gennara, buongiorno. Buongiorno, Gennara. How's it going? Let's see if I find a removal spell for this. It might be a big deal if I do. Eh sì, vabbè, un'altra terra, ma che è? Oh. Alright, I lost. Opponent won on turn 11 without even returning Lurrus. They just didn't need it. Alright, now, unclear if Kolaghan's Command is good or not. I think it's fine in small doses in this matchup, because they do have constructs and etc., but they also have multiple answers for my graveyard. So I don't want to rely too heavily on it. I think this configuration is fine. Let's go. Buondì, buondì. Alright, let's keep. On the play. On the play, Ragavan is safe. It can't get hit by... It can't get hit by... the Ren in 6. I'm happy to run it. I don't have a removal spell, so if they don't have a removal spell and play a creature, unfortunately I have to trade. Okay, they might have removed this with my turn. Although, I did play the Steam Vents to kind of put the fear of... Oh, no, never mind. They have removed it regardless. Okay. Sure. This is obviously risky because if I could dash a new one. Oh, they don't have an answer to Ragavan. Woo woo! Okay, then. Let's go. Let's connect. Can I please get like a good card? Give me like a Tarmogoyf for a Ren and 6. Come on. One time. This card costs like 100 ticks. Make it be better than a Savannah Lion. Die. Vamos, Ragavan. Show that you're worth 100 ticks. Or people are replacing you with Delver already. Because you never do anything. Something! Che? A terra porca merda. Never mind, chat. Ragavan. Doesn't worth it. Just sell your Ragavan already. It's always finding a land anyway. Alright, I think I'm going iteration here. Actually, do I want to go iteration here? Let me consider my options. Because I could also return Lurrus. I could also return Lurrus here. If I play iteration, and I don't find a land, I can't play a 1-drop, so it's just discard spell. So I think I'm going Lurrus there. Because I can't play any of my 1-drop in the face of an explosives. Alright. They go on top land, of course, because they have to crack the explosives. Very clunky answer. But it now gets the job done. Opponent's on 12. I'm also on 12. I wouldn't mind drawing Bauble to go Lurrus, Bauble here. Okay, so I'm going iteration here. And now even if I break on land, I can still play Ragavan, for example. Cool, I like this. What do I want? I want the Unholy Heat. And I want the land? I think so, yeah. Although they don't have a Ren and 6, or they would have probably played Ren and 6. But I'm really afraid to just go Ragavan here. If I play Channeler, I'm not Delirios. So I want to get this in my hand, and I think I want to get the land here. Sorry, Ragavan. Yeah, I think I want to get the Unholy Heat, because this one kills Tarmogoyf. Sure, not even actually 100% sure about it, but it will probably. What do I get here? Do I get Blood Crypt? Think so. And then I have to cast. I can't even play a channel. I can't play a Channeler, which is really bad against Ren and 6. Or I can play just a Nihil Spellbomb, which just chills in play without really many merits. I think I don't want to play Channeler. The fear of it dying to a Ren and 6 is too big. Also to a Unholy Heat, not Delirios. Okay, I am not in Delirium yet. I don't want to crack the Nihil Spellbomb to return a land. I want to draw a card with this. You best to hold mana. No, I don't hold mana. I don't. Playing a bomb is good. It's just now I have a bomb in play. You know? It's just, you saved... You can, okay. Now. What do I do? Well, if I crack the bomb, I can now kill the Ren and 6. I think I like it. So let's do that. Let's go crack. Okay, actually I wanna let's go crack bomb. Now I'm in Delirium. So what I do is I Unholy Heat the Ren. So I exile that as well. Now I draw a card off my bomb. And then I exile your graveyard. Now I can play a Shadow 5/5, which is pretty big since they can't Unholy Heat it. And I also play a Channeler, which happens to also be very large. Sorry, it's a 4/4. It's the same. As long as it's bigger than 3, it doesn't die to Bolt. It obviously dies to Terminate and whatever else, but... You could play Darcy first. But like, I wanted to draw a card first. Maybe I draw something that changes my order of things. I don't know. Yeah, that's true. I could have played Darcy first. What did they crack the earth me? Yeah, crack the earth is good if you don't draw Mishra's bubbles. But if you draw Mishra's bubble, you can play around it. Okay, they play Tarmogoyf, which is a 5/6, bigger than my... I don't have an Unholy Heat, never mind. Oh yeah, I do have an Unholy Heat. Okay, also it's not bigger than my Unholy Heat. What am I talking about? Alright, well, I play a fetch land and go straight to combat here. Because this might be a 7/7 if I fetch. I drew very well this game. On the play with Ragavan unchecked. I did just play turn 2 return Lurrus and never use it, but just having Lurrus in hand is a big threat. Dress down kills them. What do you want to do? Dress down an Unholy Heat here. They have 1 mana up. You can't say something is lethal if they have 1 mana up. There's no need to go for lethal. I'm so ahead here. What do we do? Chump block? You have to keep dress down for the Saga. If they want to chump block my Death Shadow, they're very much welcome to do so. Fetching is very risky. Fetching is really, really risky. Against 2 bolts. So I don't think I want to fetch a shock land anymore. I changed my mind about it. So I'm going to just go dress down here to kill the Tarmogoyf. Yeah. I'm going to draw the card that I Surveil. Okay, now I could play Lurrus because if I have a land... Oh no, I already played a land. Okay, I'm just playing simply a Channeler here then. And the dress down dies. Well, they might crack the bomb now and then draw 2 bolt in the curse of the game. The game is not ending soon. Obviously, if I go dress down bolt and they don't have push, I win the game. But I feel like I don't have to do that play now. They simply chum block this turn. I mean, what's better than chum blocking? Okay, Ragavan. I will dash it. They can make a 2/2 Saga Construct, which I am going to kill with an Unholy Heat because they have bombs, so my Unholy Heat isn't big. We spent the same amount of resources? That's not true. We only spent dress down. We still have both these cards in hand. Okay, so you're returning Tarmogoyf and dealing 2 damage to this. Va bene. If you crack the bomb, you take only 6 damage. And that's okay. Also, it's very, very healthy for the game of Magic the Gathering to disagree. It's the reason why this game is so good and so many people play it. So the fact that I take a different line than yours, it doesn't mean that I'm right, you're wrong, or vice versa. Magic is a game of options. It's fine to take pride in your choices, but being like very insisting in the chat puts you in a little bit of a, I don't know, not a great... Unless I'm like clearly missing something, which I am not, it's not good to insist too much on a line. Okay, they make 1 construct, that's fine. I have 2 answers in my hand. They have so many cards in hand. They already got the Pyrite Spellbomb, so I don't think they have another one. This means that they probably are gonna get like a Bauble at this point. They can get Shadow Spear, but they have too many removal spells, so I don't think they will be able to do something with it. Putting with 5 cards in hand, those are very many cards. Very many cards. Alright, I just get bombed, but at this point my graveyard is useless. Yeah? The same drinking glasses? Where are they from? Ikea, probably? I don't know. Alright, I go to 4. They have a Tarmogoyf in hand, which doesn't die to my Unholy Heat. Okay, that's a 4/5. And the Bauble. Draw. I'm happy to go Inquisition first, because I could surveil a creature in my graveyard or an artifact to return with Lurrus. I don't. Kolaghan's command land. Okay, now, how do I want to handle this? Well, they're dead on board. Is there any problem with me attacking with everybody here? Not really. Okay. Alright, close game. It was fun. 3-1. Let's get the last match. Really fun deck to play. So many good lines with this deck. Really, really fun deck to play. Yesterday I did some... I upgraded my account. I sold my Theros foil Thoughtseize for some regular Lorwyn 1. I have now Master Edition Bolt, Dash Shadow from World Wake. I don't know. I did a lot of fixing of my collection thanks to the goat bots telling me all the things I should have done, basically. Yeah, this deck is very fun to play, for sure. The loss was against Amulet Titan. My Saturday new lands. Boseiju, I think it's the only one that seems like excitement worth it, if you know what I mean. Okay, now I want to bubble them first. I want to get informations. Isn't it a good matchup? I mean, I discarded their hand, they drew Titan, I lost. Okay, so they have Living End on top. This means I don't have to rush the Inquisition. Sorry, I don't have to rush the Inquisition. I don't mind to play a Ragavan here. Intel and Arbo pass. Attack. Wow. Like a cascade. I don't want to. Let's go Thoughtseize. Sorry, Inquisition, and then have Grinding the Loch up. When do I side up Kroxa? Very often, almost on every matchup. Because both Cyber people will always have Discard Spell. Foundation Breaker in the main? That's weird. Okay, I'll take the instant speed card. And I pass. They go Strep River Winder. And that's it. If you're not on the card Living End, it's this one. Okay. I think I'll fetch Thin. Okay, let's attack. Ragavan, of course, like it doesn't hit almost anything in their deck, but giving you treasure to keep up mana for Drawing a Loch is huge in this matchup. Creator of Mysteries. I'm not casting it. Let's go probably just Kroxa, pass. Next turn I escape it, and then I have a real clock. Not this isn't a real clock, but... Wow, it is got a Creator of Mysteries. Weird. And they drew Violent Outburst. Wow. Opponent managed to draw the Violent Outburst. Porca puttana. I mean, the pre-releases, yeah, I played one. Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, I guess this is fine. Right? I guess this is fine. Because I could just escape Kroxa next turn, and that one beats the River Stripped Winder. I don't currently beat the Creator of Mysteries. How many cards will I have in their graveyard? I guess it's okay if I counter this, and then I'll let the Charlotte's Agent resolve. Yeah, it's probably better that I counter this. Then I go land go, and they will go Charlotte's Agent in their turn and reanimate the two things. I'm afraid they draw, like, I don't know, another Cascade or like a Shattering, what's the name? Street Rate. That's my fear. That's why I was considering letting it resolve, but okay, this also works. Now, I can technically bolt my Ragavan, but I don't think I want to. I don't think I care about a Ragavan. I put an Escalator of Mysteries and River Stripped Winder. So, yeah, it's fine with me. Discard another card. The Foundation Breaker and a Mystery card in it. Oh wow, because of the discard from Kroxa they scried. Okay. Now I'll graveyard this. I have to take a mountain, a Steam Benz here, because I'm gonna take Swamp here. So yeah, Steam Benz is fine. Yep, go. I could have bolted the Charlotte's Agent. I didn't think about it. So now I go Kroxa because that one blocks the Strip River Winder. Okay. The one mystery card in, and I hope they don't have the whale, the new Kamigawa whale that bounces, because that one is lethal, basically. Yeah, they do have it. I lost. It's like similar to the Amulet matchup, in which you have all the counters and all the discard spell, but if they just draw extra combo piece since you countered, you just lose. So discard based combo decks are really like, you just accept that whenever you play a discard spell deck, you just lose to the top deck, and that's fine. It really is, like, you can't do anything else. So yeah, these cards are bad, these cards are good. Yeah, I think it's about it. I can have Terminate over, I don't know, I guess Kroxa is reasonable, just because it's a threat at some point that's like reasonably large. No, I want to keep bolts. No, I think I don't want Terminate. My goal is just to not let him get the things from the graveyard into play. Alright, this is very similar to the previous one. I had an early Ragavan, I had Thoughtseize, but you never know. I mean, I guess earlier I was on the draw. Now I'm on the play. That changes things. Kroxa helps them. My goal this game is just to let them not resolve the card Living End. If they resolve it, doesn't matter if they have 1 or 2 extra creature in their graveyard. I cascaded Living Violent Outburst. Interesting. So I don't have to Thoughtseize them because the real deal comes from 3 mana. I think I'm gonna play Violent Outburst. Sounds weird, but this is free card, and unless I flip a counter spell, I have some cards to cascade into. That one is not one of them, but that's okay. I could have just gone Channel or Kroxa, but I could have also flipped, you know, a Discard Spell or an Expressive Iteration. That would have been sweet. Good morning, Andrea. You're not forced to cast the card that you flip. Ooh, Twin Shot Sniper. Sweet. I didn't think about this card, but yeah, that's a good card. I'm gonna go Channeler, Thoughtseize, yeah, Thoughtseize, Graveyard. I want Unholy Heat. It's pretty bad. Ragavan. Wow, they got Teleria West in their deck. I wonder why. Stomping Ground, freshly drew. Okay. So they don't have Mystical Dispute up. Attack for 5. If I played Kroxa a few turns ago, I would have been able to escape it now. Oh wow, Charlotte's Agent. Alright, let's cast this. Come on, let's flip Nihil Spellbomb. I flipped that Shadow. Alright. I think I like going Kroxa here. Even if they draw a Cascade spell, maybe I'm dealing a lot of damage already, because this is most likely 3 damage, unless they want to discard Dispute, which I guess they can. Yeah, so they took no damage. Now actually they can Otawara back their Charlotte's Agent. I didn't think about it. Haha, funny. I didn't think about it. Let's see what they do about this. Alright, I go Breeding Pool, Shocked Land. Wow, okay. Draw. Expressive Iteration. Now I'm casting Iteration first. Do I want to tap like this? Probably not. Very good. Actually, not that good, now that I think about it. I guess Thoughtseize in hand isn't bad. Because if they Otawara the Charlotte's Agent, I can discard the Charlotte's Agent. Or if they bounce the Death Shadow, I'm lethal with Bolt. If they bounce the Charlotte's Agent, I guess they die? Alright. I have to take a bathroom break before game 3. I'm sorry. I really tried to manage to finish a league without going, but I really have to go. Alright. Okay, so I'll be back for game number 3. Okay. Final game. Let's go. Hand's very medium. I just go fetch and go. Will I also play Standard Alchemy today? So I don't play Standard anymore. I play Alchemy if I have to play Arena because of the because of the set championship. But I don't know. If I have time after the next league, I will. But really slow start for me this game. Really slow start for me this game. Again, I could have mulligan. Wow, I didn't get in the grave. Alright, that's something. One less. They only played 3, so if I counter 2 and the 1 is there, that's very good. I'm not going to crack these fetches because I might draw that shadow. Maybe I crack some. We'll see. I mean, I don't have to go anywhere. Obviously, if they go Charlotte's plus a Mystical Dispute, I'm done. But it's what it is. I think I want to fetch one tapped. Alright, I guess I have it. Thank you, Cool Lightwing. Appreciate it. Nice. They just went for it. Impressive. I really thought it was dead. I guess it wasn't. Okay, so I draw Shadow here. I'm just going Kroxa, I guess. It's probably the most efficient play here. Most mana efficient play here. They have one living end left. The difference between 2 and 3 is Mystical Dispute. Don't go for punt like that. It's very rude. And just don't do it. Punt. What do you say? Punt. Andovai. Counter. This is the last living end. Oh wow, they have this. They just drew it. Okay, sure. My opponent has yep, that's game. Alright, good game. Okay, I finished 3-2.